Hey everybody, what's going on? Josh here. Okay, so I thought I'd do a little bit of a video for the new people that are new to metal detecting and they want to do research and stuff like that on how to find spots. Now, I know if you are a pro or you know what you're doing, this first part of the video isn't going to be for you, but if you want to watch it, thank you for watching anyways. You can fast forward. I'm going to be hunting at the places I'm talking about. And this is just for the new people. I'm sorry about the shadow. I have to do this at nighttime when my kids are in bed, so I have a little bit of quiet time to myself. So I want to just show you a way that I get places using Google and Google Maps and things like that. So what I'll do is I'll show you the Google map that I use. It's just your generic map that you can get online. So that's pretty cool. I'll show you how I do it, what type of research I do up on the place that I find on Google, and just everything towards getting the place or the interest that you have and trying to find out where you want to do it. So what I'll do is I'm going to turn the camera around and I'm going to show you what I do. So this is for the new people of metal detecting, but if you want to watch, I appreciate you watching. All right, so let's get to it. So the first thing you're going to do, you're going to bring up Google Maps, and if you know the location of the city that you want to start to search and look for stuff, then what I do is I type it in the top here, and as you can see, I've already typed it in. So whatever town that you want to look or anything like that. So next step I do is I type in churches after it. Hit enter. So now you can see there's a church here, church, church. So this will bring up the churches in the general area that you're looking. So this is one of the steps that I take for searching for places. I do it with schools and stuff like that as well. And in any place of interest, there's other maps that you can do, but I like to use Google just as a quick view. So what you do, type in your place that you want to search, then put churches. Now, I'll scroll in, and my church that I'm interested in is here. So what I'll do, I'll go to Street View, and as you can see, there's a church right there. So next thing I do is I come over here, I check out to see how big the property is, and the landscaping basically of the property, if I can get a good glimpse at it. So I'll scroll in and say, okay, well, this is kind of being landscaped a little bit. Scrolling over here, that doesn't look too bad, because you want roots and that to be exposed. That way you know that there's not too much landscaping to be done. So that looks like a pretty big property. What's pretty cool that I noticed about this one as well is this here is an old school. It's built in 1954, I found out, or somewhere along the 50s, and this is a hall now, so they own both properties. Now, if you look in the background, well, I noticed this when I was looking at the photos before, so I'll scroll out, and I noticed that there's a basketball net, there's a playground, and other stuff. So this here could be another place that you can try to search for things, because if this church is old, then that land must have been a farmland or something. You can make the assumption it was a farmland. So next thing you do, you're going to click on the information. So over here in the sidebar, you're going to get the website, you're going to get the phone number. This is important because you want to call, you want to go to the website and check it out, see if you can find any history. So that's the first step. So the second step that I do is, it's an easy one. Now I put the name of the church in there, and I put their Facebook. So if they have a Facebook, what you can do, also, this might be the easiest way to contact, because a lot of people actually answer their Facebook. So you'll see call now and send a message. So this is the exact church that I was looking at. Sometimes they have photos, sometimes they have historical photos, things like that. So I'll just quickly scroll through it. You see the services. Sometimes you'll see events and where people were. So there's that. So that's an easy way to contact. Call now or send a message. So if the place doesn't have this, then you can go off of the Google Maps. So that's one way of trying to contact them and finding out if you can get permission. So now I know the place that I'm going to be interested in, what I'll do is I'll do a little bit of a history brief on myself. So what I'll do, I'll go into Google's, I'll go to Kirkfield, Ontario history, and it gives you options. And sometimes if you click the images, it will give you old photos of the town, and sometimes if you click the old photos, then it'll tell you the place. And you get old maps and things like that. So photos are good because then you can start putting pieces together and finding the places. But if you were to go to all, now the Wikipedia is good because then it can give you a brief on the town, the city, wherever it is that you want to do. So Kirkfield is a village located in Kawartha Lakes, and it tells you all the history and stuff like that, where it's an unincorporated village named in 1864. So we know that it dates back to 1864. So that's a good way to just do a history brief, and then that way you can find a little bit of information. Sometimes they have people, so you can search up the people and whoever's linked to that city. Now I clicked one of the links and it brought me actually this old map, Kirkfield Village 1888. So it kind of gives you a little brief here. So what I'm interested in is this street, that street, and this street here. So what I'll do is I will go over to Google, which I've already done for you, but you can do this yourself. It's very easy. And I got this street, and see Water Street. So now you go up here. Okay, Water Street is here. So it doesn't tell you the name of this, so you're gonna make the assumption it's this one here. And Nelson Street, I'm taking it has been changed to Portage Road now. But this Water Street is the main one that you know you're in the right place. So you see the church that's right here. Now, if you were to go to here, you see land plots, 1, 2, 3, 4, building, building, building. You'll see the land plots. You can kind of generally 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you got your church. So we know the church wasn't there in 1888, but you know that these places were now. If you're wondering, there's one on the corner of Water Street and then this building here. So what you can do is just, you can zoom in just to see how old they are. Now, if you know the look of buildings, this is an old building. So it's on the corner of Water Street, and then there's this one right here, which just showed a building, but now it's just into a garage and that, so you know this is old as well. So you can do that. So scroll back out. There's your Water Street again. So now you know you're in the right location. So if it wasn't there in 1888, you can make the assumption it's there 1900. Usually churches are the first things built in towns and things like that. So you can see up here there's a sawmill. Now I don't know if the mill would be here, but it could be here. You'll have to look for it. I don't know how far up it would be, but you can just start piecing it together from the old maps. So that's a quick and easy way to find places that you can hunt. Google's really helpful. I have old maps too. I didn't want to bring it to old maps because I didn't want it to be too long, but just follow those steps and you can find so many places. It's everywhere. It's funny how long I stay on Google Maps sometimes just to put in keywords or schools or mills or stuff like that, and then you try to link it up to the places on the map. So now when you phone, what I do is I generally send an email first, and if I don't hear back from the people within a week or two, I'll phone them. And usually when I give them my speech, I'm like, I'm an amateur historian, because really we are historians. If you do the research and you look up on Google and you look on old maps and stuff like that, you are an amateur historian. Don't let anybody tell you differently, because it comes with the hobby. So you'll eventually know to do research and try to rack your brain around older spots and do the research. Research is key, and if you don't do the research, then there's no point. A lot of people go and they do parks and things like that first. So But if you do the research, you'll find old places, you'll find the good places, and you'll find a lot of old things in the ground, which we ultimately want to save. So what I say to people is I'm an amateur historian. I go around, I go look for relics, I look for anything linked to the place that I'm searching. So in this case, I contacted the guy and I said, I want to try to find stuff that's linked to the church. So there could be relics in the ground, there could be anything that has a name on it, anything in that sense. So I said to him, first thing is I don't want anything to rot in the ground. I want everything to be showcased in the church that we find. I will donate anything. That's the main thing. I usually tell them with coins and stuff like that, I keep the coins because nobody really wants the coins. Every place I've ever done, nobody really wanted to keep the coins. So that's okay. But relics, anything in that sense, anything to do with the church or somebody with a name on it that dropped it, etc., etc., you say, I will donate it to the church, you can display it to the church. And this goes for any other place too. If it's a historical place, I will donate my finds to you. Because ultimately, how much stuff do you really want to keep? I have silver coins, I have relics, I have a whole bunch of stuff. I don't need more. I know it's fun finding it, but I will donate it because I just like finding it. So tell them that you're interested in, that you don't make the damage. Say, I dig small holes. What I tell them is, I say the biggest hole that I dig at times, depending on the size of the target, is the size of a dinner plate or a small dinner plate. And usually they're okay with that. Ask them about scheduling, when the best thing or the best time is to go, and say I will bring. I've even told people I have more than one metal detector, so if you're willing to come out with me, then we can hunt together. So those are just, little things. Say that you've done history, even in your message or on the telephone. Say, okay, well, I know that the church is from 1900, and I know that the town is from 1888, and I am doing some hunting around that area, and I thought it would be good to go and, check at the church. So I want to find any history. So hopefully it's a helpful video. Best thing to do is go to Word, type out everything you want to say in your email, and then type it out and keep it, because you want to say exact same stuff on the phone. So it helps you. Or if you want to go up to a door knocking or stuff like that, try to memorize everything you want to say before you go out there, because the worst thing you can do is go up to a door and be like, yeah. So I kind of want, you have to know exactly what you want to say. Now, with that said, all the stuff that I told you, good luck trying it. It takes a little bit of time, and it can get frustrating at first, but just keep at it, and you never know what cool place you'll find on Google Maps. I'll do another video sometime soon with the older maps and how I do everything with those as well. So with the place in Kirkfield, I'm going to be there Saturday, and I'm going to hunt, and I'm going to try to find some pretty cool stuff, hopefully in the ground, and I'll show you everything that I get. It'll be just a normal video of me finding stuff, showing stuff, and hopefully I find something really cool to do with the church, and I can donate it to the church, and just give them something to display, because ultimately that's what we want to do. We want to give back, we want to search. I know a lot of people want to keep stuff that they find, but you have to realize you're going to find a whole lot of stuff in this hobby. So if you can donate it. And another good thing too is that if you're in an old place and people see you, then they might ask you to come to their place too, if they live in an old house. I've had that happen before, where we did a park, and a woman stopped one of my friends that was detecting and said, oh, I live in a Victorian home, why don't you come over and you metal detect my home? So we went over there, we started to detect, and then the next door neighbor, they said, oh, you want to come do mine? And then like an hour later, the neighbor across the way, they're like, oh, you want to come over and do mine? So we had 3 houses in one day to do. So word of mouth is pretty cool, and you never know. So good luck, thank you for watching, and we'll put you over to the searching video. Hey everybody, I'm standing in front of the church that I showed you in the research video just before this clip. We are here, we're gonna get set up, we're gonna start hunting pretty soon, and I'll just give you a little bit of a front tour of it. And this is the trees and everything I showed you from the Google view. So we are going to start hunting pretty soon. Here's the old school. from the 50s I also showed you, and I'm going to show you the field behind, and that's what I also showed you on the maps. So you see it behind us here. So we're gonna start hunting and show you what we find. I'm working the side of the church, and I got my first OK target of the day, and got myself a 1941 wheat penny. So that's a good sign that the old ones are here. We could get some relics, we could get some silver, we can get some older pennies, so that's pretty cool. I'm gonna keep on going. I don't know what that is. It appears to be lead. It's heavy. Maybe you can tell me. Not even fired bullet? That's pretty cool.
Trans Am.
A Trans Am?
Yeah.
Trans Am? What's that other thing that you found?
She's a beaut.
One more thing that we don't know exactly what it is, but maybe somebody would know. I don't know what that would be. That's pretty cool. So you got the bullet, Trans Am, and
Yeah.
not bad.
Not bad for an old fart.
Yeah, I think we got a silver ring. It doesn't look like a kid's ring though. It's bigger than a kid's ring. Oh, maybe.
Big kid?
That's a big kid.
Could be a toe ring.
Mostly silver. I can smell it. It's silver. Although my senses might be off today.
Yeah, 925.
Nice.
SGE something. 925 right there. See it?
You have to tip it up just a bit. Oh yeah,
Right there.
sweet. Good find.
Thanks, man.
I'm so surprised we're not finding too much here. The ground looks like it's been landscaped a little bit, but I got a little buckle, so that's pretty cool. It's rounded. So is this a shoe buckle? Could be. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep on going because there's not too much that is here. It might have been nighthawked. If you guys don't know what nighthawked is that people who detect, they come in at nighttime and nobody's watching and everybody's asleep and decide they want to detect the area. So it could have been nighthawked. I'm not saying it is, but no targets really at all. So for being here for 120 years, it's either been landscaped or someone's already hit it. I think we got another ring in the hole. It's right there. Looks silver.
Yeah.
Star.
And a star on it.
It's the star of the day.
Yep, 925.
925. Sweet. Awesome. Good job.
Thanks, man.
I got a good signal. It was about
6,
9
7, 8.
9 inches down. It's a copper. It might be a token. Might be hard. I might have to clean it right up to see first, but
Jeez. She's pretty crusty, my friend.
get the old spit shine. All right, I'm gonna stop the video and then that way I can clean it up. And
It's definitely a token, dude.
yeah. All right. So you see the AR, and it's the Queen Elizabeth coronation token, 1953. So that's pretty cool. My heart jumped a beat there. I thought it was a old token. Pretty cool. Fun little find. Found a wizard. So that's pretty cool. Pretty heavy too. I had a pretty amazing day today. We found coins, we found silver, we found a buckle, relic-y stuff, and a lot of pennies. So, but it just goes to show, if you do your research and you find a place like I showed you on the thing, you could get some good results. So it's been fun. Thank you for watching. Like the video if you liked it. If not, then thumbs down. It doesn't matter to me. I just like making videos. Share, like, subscribe, do whatever you want. But until next time, I'm gonna find another place to hunt. I'll show you and get to it. All right, guys, cheers out.